Yeah, I do. I get to do the same thing. I do a shot.
Excellent.
Because yeah, you want to.
That might be my favorite thing that's happened in a week. I love it.
Right now. You are not messing around with your happy hour every day. You are not joking. Wait, Alex. You haven't given one there yet. Kristen, don't touch that.
I got it.
So.
We're recording already.
We're recording already. Like, ready to go. How do we switch?
Do you want the light on? Do you want the light? No?
Or it's actually.
Okay.
No. We're gonna go now.
Yeah, can we take this? As long as everybody else has theirs and we feel good about it. I feel good. Mask.
So you can see our faces.
So you can see us and hear us better. All right, guys, where do you get going? Has anybody done an F45 45-day challenge before?
No.
Woo, baby, get ready for the party. We're about to get started. You guys kind of have. So Amanda and Chris.
We have before, but know that this is only the second 45-day challenge. Up until this point, they're typically 8 weeks with 4 weeks maintenance in between. So it's typically doing one challenge a quarter. They are trying for the rest of this year to do 45 days with a little bit of rest in between. We're going to kind of determine how and when the next one will be. But the idea was to keep people motivated during such crazy times.
Yes. So. Click.
So well already.
Okay,
there we go.
What is the challenge? This slide is literally your 4 takeaways that we want you to leave with tonight when you leave. What is the challenge app, and your other resources that you can use throughout the challenge phases. We're going to go through all 4 phases. And then, how do you win? Priorities. Prizes, let's be honest. So that's what we want you to leave with today, that information. What is the challenge? The challenge is designed by the F45 team. It is not designed by us at Dr. Phillips. This comes from headquarters. It is really, truly thought out really well. And it is for you to make lasting changes. This is not a 45-day challenge. It is, but we want this to be for lifetime changes. It's going to be changes that you continue on after the 45 days. By the end of this presentation, you will have all the information that you need to know to walk away today to set yourself up for success starting on Monday, August 17th, which is the first day of the challenge. You will be making good nutritional choices, moving your body through exercise, obviously our pre-designed program here that you all are familiar with. We're going to kind of recap the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, what those days actually are for you to maximize your time spent in the studio with us. Challenge resources. The app is your biggest resource. It is what you're going to use day in and day out. You'll see on the screen, learn, track, train, and eat. Those are the 4 tabs you're going to see on the bottom of your app when you open your challenge app. So depending on if you're looking for a recipe, or if you are tracking your workout for the day, or tracking how much water you've drank, there is a tab on that challenge app, and that is how you can find it. Make sure, I know that a few of you just opened it up and logged in. Make sure you're using your mind-body info. Hey girl, you're good. Your mind-body email that's linked up like with your scheduling. Make sure you're using that same email address because we want your gym info, your membership information linked with the challenge app. Yes, so that's super important. The app is going to continue to introduce you to new features. There is BMR, basal metabolic rate, which we're going to talk about in your scan. Amanda is going to cover. There is actually a way in the app to track your basal metabolic rate, making sure your caloric intake is what it needs to be with your activity. So all of that gets tracked in the app on one of these. What else? Key areas. Yeah, anything to add, Amanda?
No, as we talk about all of the resources in this app, if there are other apps that you use, those are fine. This is one that's directly tied to the challenge. And so as we go through the different phases of the challenge, some of the resources will change to reflect that. If you have an app or a program that you love following, there's no points to the challenge that will add up to things that you're tracking in the app. We're looking for total change over time. So use what works for you, and this is an additional resource.
Have any of you used fitness, nutrition, any type of app? Yeah, which one?
The MyFitnessPal?
Yeah,
That's
that
one of the
one's,
big ones.
and you'll like, if that's easier for you to track and scan the barcode that we were talking about,
But
that-
if this does it all right here in the app, then I'm
You'll-
not gonna, but I want this one.
use the
You know
app.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Is it
commit,
as good?
full in. Oh yeah, I mean,
I'll talk about the differences.
yeah,
Oh,
she'll
okay.
get there.
Cool.
That is like the most popular one, so I assumed a few of you have heard of it. Amanda will kind of do the comparisons when we get there. Learn. So this is the one tab on your app. You will see Learn. This is literally everything you need to know about the challenge and more. There are recipes, there is wellness topics, there is why hydration is important. I mean, I was clicking through it earlier. If you're bored and you're scrolling through Instagram, stop yourself, hit up your Learn tab, and you're gonna learn, okay? There is food hormone connection, fat loss, plate model, stuff I didn't even know existed. It is on the Learn section of this app. Also the before and after photos that are on here is also some motivation to get off Instagram and just look through those before and after photos because they are not messing around. There is a filter in the top right corner, just like any other filter that you use, that you can get through for your nutrition, for the before and after photos. If you're like, I'm feeling super tired today, you can filter it out to energy and you'll be able to scroll through the Learn and like figure out what's working, what's not. So use the Learn tab whenever you're, whenever you are curious about anything. Train, another option on the bottom, another tab. So again, we did not make up the schedule here at Dr. Phillips for your F45 week. This comes from HQ. It is really thought out. It is curated for the best results. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as I hope all of you know, is cardio based. Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday is our resistance or strength based days. And then Saturday is that hybrid of both. Going into your challenge, if you are just a Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday person, we encourage you to add that cardio day into your week for your workout to get the best results. Does that make sense to everybody? Mm-hmm. Great. If you have any questions about that, please let us know. I mean, it is going to give you the most results if you are using our program in the best that you can, which is 4 to 5 to 6 days with just that 1 day to 2 days of rest, and really making sure you're getting those cardio days and your strength days in both of them. Let's see. Hybrid. We have a DJ. If you didn't know, she's currently filming me.
I got.
And then also on the app for Train, this is a big part of it. When you're home, if you are not able to, this is a 45-day challenge. Maybe you're going to go away for work. Maybe you're going to go on a vacation. You have everything at your fingertips to stay super committed and informed from your app. So you have the option of a body weight workout, you have the option of a weighted workout, and you have recovery. If y'all that have been coming have not used a recovery, I highly recommend it. Go home before your shower, go through your app into the Train section to recovery, and you will have an entire workout. We aren't doing the recovery sessions at the moment in studio. Other F45s are, but they are at your fingertips through the app. So under Train, if you all want to check it out, you'll go to that Train tab on the bottom. It should give you an option for body weight, weighted, and then recovery.
And this is the challenge app?
Yep, on the challenge app, on the Train tab. Mike.
No, you were perfect.
It's yeah, you already went once.
one each, that's it.
The at-home one, is it like a live version, or we're just seeing something like this?
You're gonna see something just like this, and it is the exact same workout on your app. It is Docwins, just like we did in studio today. And only paying members get that on the app. So that's why that MindBody login, it must be the same email as what you do in studio, because a paying member will not have all these resources. I'm sorry. someone who just downloads the F45 Challenge app will not have all the resources that you have. Since you are a paying member, you get all of this.
So I probably should already know this, but if we were, like, if we did travel and we wanted to stay committed, we're not able to go to another studio. Like, let's say we travel to another Jacksonville. I don't know
Sure.
if they have one there, but if they did and I wanted to stay committed, I can't go to that one, correct?
With them being, you're correct. With them being individually franchise owned, you are not able to drop in for free.
Got it.
But you have this for your hotel room or wherever you are, which is the app. You can choose weighted or body weight. And we do have a member drop-in rate. Actually, is that for every studio?
Every
It's
studio
studio to
makes their
studio.
own decision.
Yeah.
We have a discounted rate for any members who are coming into town that want to drop in. If you know that you're traveling, let us know.
Yeah,
we'll reach out on your behalf and say, hey, I have a member who definitely wants to try a class. Like, what are your F45 member rates and what's your schedule like? Like, do you have a spot? And a lot of them have been super excited about it. So I think that you would either get a discounted or free opportunity.
A lot have, like we have for somebody that's visiting from out of town, a discount code that you literally type in on the app and it will change their drop-in rate to a less expensive one for an F45 member, which other studios, we've talked to other studios that do the same thing. So it's like an actual like discount code. So anyone that travels, just let us know where you're going and we will reach out to the F45 studio from us and get that app for you. Any other questions? Yeah.
Eventually, at some point, are you going to integrate the recovery period in your session?
We've talked about it.
They're kind of going away
Yeah.
from in studio and moving
That's
to
what you guys are missing.
yeah.
That like
I
this.
got that.
Yeah.
We've also like talked about partnering with the local studios around here to bring someone in to do something like that.
Yeah.
They're moving the majority of the recovery to the apps.
Yeah. They want it to be Joplins in studio and then having that app as a paying member, you have all that accessibility to the recovery. So it's kind of being encouraged to do that. But it is just so important as well. So like I said, before you go home and shower, open the app, see your weekly recovery options. You can kind of pick and choose which one you want to do, and it is there for you. We good with train? Good. And I think it is Amanda.
Yes.
Track it, girl.
All right, let's talk about tracking. So again, I'm going to talk about how you can track through the F45 app, but if you use a MyFitnessPal or any of the other apps that you do prefer, that's fine. You're not going to lose points or not be as effective during the challenge. But a lot of this tracking is going to talk about what you can do in the app, but how you should track regardless of what app you're using. So on the F45 app, you have the opportunity to track your food, your workouts, your sleep, and your water intake. We'll talk about the different phases, but as we go into this challenge, it's important to just start thinking about those 4 things, not just nutrition. We're talking about recovery. How much time are you giving your body by sleeping to recover from one workout to the other? Your water intake is huge for recovery, and if you're really starting to train more, especially at the end of summer here, making sure that we are being mindful of how much water we're bringing in. On the app, if you're looking at the track section, you can see how you can adjust it, like from how long it's a little like slide bars. So you can actually track that throughout the day and continue, like I went through another.
It looks like add. It's a little
Oh,
different
they're not
from
doing
that
slides
slide. Yeah, it's a
anymore.
little bit different.
Okay, so add them all throughout the day and you can track that just
That's
clicking
right.
on them right there. And then there's your slide bars. And you can continue to adjust that throughout your day. When you are looking for motivation or you're in a little bit of a slump or you're not seeing, you can't tell the changes that are happening to you in the moment, keeping yourself on track, keeping yourself motivated, setting the little goals to be like, all right, today I'm gonna hit my water. I'm super stressed. I can't make it to the gym. Forget this, this challenge I'm trying to do. Set the little ones until you can get back on track with the rest. So the stats section is where you're going to track your body measurements. One thing we've heard a ton of so far is, hey, I got on the scale and I don't see the scale moving in a direction that reflects the work that I'm putting in. I hate the scale. And I think everyone generally hates the scale, but for tracking your progress in this type of programming, it is so frustrating. We'll talk about before and after photos, we'll talk about scans, and we'll talk about how you can track your body measurements, because as you are losing fat, you're gaining muscle. The scale is not going to change to reflect the work that you're putting in if you're just looking at that number. Most of the photos that you'll see, there's not a huge difference in body fat when they talk about weight from beginning to end, but you look at the photos, you look at their body fat numbers and their measurements, and it's night and day. A lot of people have not necessarily weight trained in the way that we do in the volume that we do. So it's something to start to learn to adjust to and like adapt those numbers that, yes, the last time that I was the fittest, when I was 20 pounds lighter, I was also 15 years younger. So it's going to look a little bit different as we go through. It is very hard to stay motivated if you are looking just at that scale. We will not necessarily be doing body measurements. You can add your measurements in here where you get a measuring tape. If you want us to do that for you, we absolutely can. That's also something that you can do at home, have a friend do, have a partner do. We're here for you if you want to, but that's not necessarily what they're going to weigh the before and afters through. That will help you stay motivated throughout this process. So let us know if you want us to do that. We can set aside time to do that as well.
This is like a waist size, like to measure where your waist started at versus at the end. We're not going to give you that measurement, but it is something that will definitely change the number that you would see a change in. And just so you guys know, I just wanted to be super clear, it's a little bit different up there. Under track, you have the daily tracking, which we had talked about before with the 4 categories. Next are the tabs along the top. So next is stats, which is the numbers we're talking about. And then third we'll get to. Yeah, just so you know where we are on the app.
One last thing on body measurements, because everyone's body is different, you adapt differently. Someone's like, I really want my butt to go down. That might not be where you lose fat initially. So taking all of the body measurements is going to let you see where you are getting smaller, where the changes are happening first, even if that's not like the one that you have in your head. It will keep you motivated when you see those changes happening.
Yeah, cool. Butt might not be first.
It's usually the last things that I want to lose that go first. Okay, so on the app, when you enter your personal info, it does have a base metabolic rate calculator. That is based on the numbers that you put in. In order to start the challenge, we are doing the body scans, which is a more accurate number individual to you. It's nice to have both so you can see what the difference is between the two, and you can take that into account when you are making decisions during the challenge. Your BMR is this is the number of calories that your body needs to function in a day. If you were laying in your bed, you weren't doing anything, this is what you need per day to sustain life. You don't lay in your bed all day, and so you need additional calories to help you function throughout the day. When you're putting in your activity level, it's going to ask you things like how many times do you work out a day, how vigorous are you working out. Take into account how active you are in your daily life into that, because when we talk about cutting calories, if you're looking to lose weight, or adding calories, if you're looking to gain weight, you need to account for those additional calories. It's not just the 500 a day. There is going to be more on top of that. So those numbers will not be exact, but you want to make sure you adapt them to yourself.
Good ways. A lot of you have Apple Watches. If that will show you how many calories you burned today. If you want to lose weight, if you want to gain weight, put the calories that you burn from your watch. That is a good way to really see what you did that day to adjust your caloric intake, more or less.
I'll show a couple examples in a minute, but when you add, so it's going to get your BMR. When you add your activity level, your number is going to be higher. It's going to be a lot higher than that, and that's going to be the number of calories that you need to no change.
Yeah.
So your current activity, if you hit that exactly what you're currently doing, and you hit those calories, you'd see no change in your body. So when we say that you're either going to cut or add calories from that, it's that second number. It's not your BMR. It's the second number that you calculate. I'll show you. We actually have math problems.
It's hard to
trust me.
I mean,
It's really hard, but yes. So
we'll show you.
How about we explain that first? I'll come back.
Where's the girl example?
I got it. Okay, so
There
two
she
examples
is.
here. So you have a 26-year-old female. She's 5'5" and 154 She exercises moderately. Her BMR is 1472. So that's if she's laying in bed, it's the number of calories she needs. Her maintenance, if she was just gonna stay exactly where she was 2281. Her goal is to lose fat. So in order to do that, the recommendation is cutting 500 calories a day. So that 22 includes her workout. So you're cutting 500 calories a day. The recommendation is to keep her around 1781. So that's to lose 1 pound of fat on average per week. The max suggestion is 2 pounds. So I know everybody wants to see like the quick results, but to do this in a way that's going to maintain your hard work long term, 1.5 is a pretty good number to shoot for. So you would adjust your calories from there. You definitely never want to go below your BMR, because that is going to then not only you will have zero energy, it's going to be burning your muscles and taking away from any of the progress that you've made so far. That muscles was going to help burn the calories, and you're just going to be self-sabotaging.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah. The example of our 30-year-old 6-foot male, if you look at the math, he is adding 500 calories to what his maintenance is.
The maintenance is the BMR plus his workout. That's the maintenance number. Then he's adding 500
To lose?
to gain.
No,
He
so
wants to gain weight. He wants to gain muscle. He wants to bulk up.
He wants to, yeah. He wants to,
Yeah.
Eat more to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Honestly, for some
BMR
females,
plus
that is
his
the
workout.
problem. It is that you do need to eat more in order to stop burning the muscle.
Do you guys have questions about that stuff? It's a lot of numbers, but I feel like the examples helped me. Does that help you guys?
Well, I don't have a question on that.
Yeah.
Before, when it says, I'm just looking at that now, it says daily tracking, and then like, when you say add progress, when you say eat yes or no, there's not a way to actually track your actual nutrition in the app. Can you use a separate app or is it in this number?
So the way that you track your nutrition is based on in this app, it's based on the meal plans. We haven't touched those yet, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so if you're
You
not
like want to
following
see
the meal
what you
plan,
just did there.
MyFitnessPal.
Yeah. If you're not doing the nutrition plan that's on here that she's about to show you.
So the scans give us our BMR,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then we're gonna tell you whether we want to gain, lose, or whatever, and then we calculate what we need to drop to.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we come up with that number.
You got it.
And that's
We'll
kind of what
go
you would
from
stick
there.
to. So what's nice about the app is that it will, when you add your activity level, it will then take your BMR that it thinks your BMR is and tell you how many additional calories you would account for. When we give you your scan, I would say look at your scan's BMR and adjust it to what the app is telling you, if that makes sense. So say
Based on the
your
info I
scan
put-
said 150 calories more for your BMR than what the app is saying. Take the number of the maintenance on the app and adjust it by 150, because that will be more exact in the scan than the app is going to be, because it didn't send electric
Yeah.
currents
The
to your
app
body.
is, I'm sorry, the scan is the most accurate.
Yeah.
So after all of your scans, we'll look at the app. We'll make sure to look at your app and your scan next to each
And
other.
come up with that number.
That's what we'll do as your trainers. Hi, everybody. What was that?
Hi.
No, that's right.
Oh, okay. There's like so many cameras and computers like running right now.
We got this.
Are they watching you from HQ?
From HQ. Yeah.
I mean,
Corey G.
Corey G.
He's gonna text me.
come on, Corey. A girl can dream. It's fine. Okay, so different options for nutrition. The F45 meal plans are an opportunity to use like a meal delivery service. They are fueled by Trifecta, which is a more local company. When you're looking at the nutrition plans on the app, a female base is 1,300 calories. A male base meal plan is 1,900. So there is a full meal plan with shopping lists on the app, but that's the numbers that they're centered around. So if you have 150 more calories that you need to eat a day, you just go in and mentally note, hey, I have 150 calories of snacks that I can have. Make sure that they're good snacks, and you can add that into your meal plan. Same way in reverse, depending on what your goals are.
Yeah.
The actual branded apps, we have not eaten. They are being delivered on Friday because I have never tried them myself, and we figured we should be able to speak to them for anyone who's interested. We'll give you an update next week when we've tried a couple. If that's not your jam and you are still looking for options, we personally have used FitLife right down the street for a year. You can order online. You can choose how many meals you want a week. They get delivered to your house on a Sunday in a nice cooler bag with all sorts of ice. By the next Tuesday, you make any adjustments or changes that you want, and they'll read you your order for the next week. You can pause it, you can stop it, whatever you want to do. You can also go in and they have meals right there. So say you don't want to commit to trying 15 meals a week. You want to go in and grab a lunch, you can walk right in.
They're
And
great.
there's 3 sizes. So for whatever your goals are, if you want to make sure that it's going to fit into whatever your nutrition plan is telling you, you can look at all of the macros and all of the calories right on each of the items right there.
And that's in Dr. Phillips.
Yeah, it's right next to
It's right down the street.
yeah, it's right there
On
Sand
Sand Lake. There's a bunch of healthy options around here. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the most
But
appealing
those are super
parts of
convenient.
being around here. That is a very convenient option. When you're looking at the app for food, the options that they have on there for the weekly meal plan are not catered specifically to you. So again, you have to adjust them accordingly. You don't swap them out, but there is an entire library of meals. If you're saying like, hey, my Tuesday lunch said this, these are the stats on it, I don't really want that, you can search in the app. And you were saying when you go and search in the app, you can search, like what are some of the things you can pull up for the
For
library?
recipes,
Mhm.
you can literally go to mainstream, you can go to vegan, you can go to vegetarian, you can go to, there's a way to do it by calories. When you go to, so if you're at Eat on the bottom and you go all the way to the right to Recipe Library and go under Filter, you can choose AM snack, breakfast, dinner, lunch, PM snack, under 200 calories, 550 calories plus. I mean, literally like every filter that you can imagine. If you're like, okay, I have 100 calories left and I'm starving, what snack can I do? Less than 200 calories PM snack. And it will give you choices. So if you're lost, if you're like halfway through the day, you don't know where you are, Recipe Library, go to your filter and just start filtering. Serves 1, serves 2, serves 2 plus. If you're cooking for your family, but you want it to be healthy, it will tell you how many calories are in it and you can cook for your whole family.
I would say peruse the
Check it out.
the meal plans and the library, but the meal plans, because the meal plans will also change depending on what phase of the challenge we're in. So there are 4. I was like doing math. 10, 10, 10, 15. 4 phases to the challenge. They do include like cutting out caffeine, cutting out certain things during different phases. It's not the whole time.
What?
The whole time. I know it's fighting words. Trust me, you see how much caffeine I drink every day. Red Bull and coffee and what?
Yeah.
But the plans will change with what phase you're in. You can still swap out whatever you want if it fits into what you have per day. But the meal plans will change per week, and there are also shopping lists. So if you were going to follow that meal plan to a T, there's a shopping list right there for you. You can just take that straight to the grocery store or do your stuff online.
Literally.
Because that's still really smart to do your shopping online and have it delivered.
Yes. But shopping list, and it even like bulks it into how you shop in the grocery store. Like your protein, tuna, lamb, snapper, turkey.
Steak.
Duh. You want to be on my shopping list.
Giving up steak.
But it's literally by like where you are in the grocery store if you're going through the list. Even if it's a few recipes you have it, you can use it. Shopping list. Done.
Yeah.
Great.
The other biggest part of this nutrition, guys, is water.
Yeah.
Make sure that you're drinking the amount of water that you need to be. For women, it's 2.7 liters is the recommendation.
That's a lot of gallons.
I mean, it feels like it when you're starting to adjust to it. I believe men right now, the current recommendation is 3.7. So giddy up.
They have those things on Amazon, Jorge
Yes.
and Walter.
Yes.
It's like
It tells you like what part of the day.
If you're feeling really committed, you can literally get it, and it says like by noon you should be here on your water, like they have it. So I recommend that.
We bought that.
That is foolproof.
You got
You're
it.
like almost
Get
there.
drinking.
Like
Let's chug. Almost
We bought
there.
them, but it's overwhelming. Like,
It's
you feel
overwhelming
like
to
the whole
look at.
thing, and I'm like, I'd rather pour it in that.
Yeah.
because that makes me feel like I've accomplished something.
A ton of little.
I finished a water bottle. I know. For sure. Huh? No, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just said that. Start back.
So I was gonna ask you. So for this was a lot of information, but this is the part of the challenge where we've got to trust you, okay? And the scan's not gonna lie. So we will do everything in this room to get you ready for success. We will push you, we'll get you working hard and safe. Out there, that's where it's on your own integrity to make sure you are watching what goes into your mouth, because that's the other half, the other side of the coin to this, all right? So, yes, exactly. Well, hey. So just be aware of what that is, okay? So try to get yourself into the best habits in the first phase, as Amanda will talk about, but watch what's going into your body. And just know, there are no free calories. So if you think that's gonna help you, try to shift yourself out of that habit of thinking there are free calories out there, all right? That's pretty much the biggest piece, making sure you are getting the best fuel into your body, right? It is what's gonna drive the results.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
Yeah, it is 100% true.
What?
You eat your abs.
Yeah.
Can you touch on eating as well? Do you recommend like eating small meals throughout the day or eating like breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
So let's put it in perspective. Let's pull some numbers. You're very active. You're working out 4 to 5 times a day. Your BMR is probably gonna be high. Do you think you can eat roughly 3,700 calories in 3 sittings? So that's gonna be at least 1,000.
He's like, yes.
1,000.
What am I eating?
Yeah, right.
1,200, but 1,200 good calories.
I didn't say
Yeah.
drink.
That hits your protein, carb, and fat limits without going over either one of those.
I think so.
Ice cream sundaes all day.
I don't think you can.
Not healthy?
Well,
I mean, if you're eating lean meats, a lot of vegetables, it's going to feel full. So if you break it up into smaller, when it comes down to it, it's calorie intake. It's how you're breaking up the macros. It's not necessarily when you eat it. The only thing you really need to focus on when you're eating and what you're eating when is truly before and after a workout. To make sure that you're fueling your body for the workout and then you're giving it the right nutrients to recover afterward. Other than that, you're gonna see all sorts of articles that go all different ways, and at the end of the day, we're really focusing on calories and macros.
So an example of that, just because we have Fit Life Foods, their large meals are about 400 to 450 calories. So you'll eat that. I'll eat a medium. That'll hold me for about 2 to 3 hours. So you'll probably end up finding, and that's a large meal. That is a lot of food in there. But because it's so clean and so lean, there's not really much fat, so your calorie count is low. You're gonna find yourself hungry in another 3 hours, which is why in that eat portion of it, it gave you post-workout, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and that snack. Because if you think lunch is at 12, dinner's at 6, 3 hours, you're gonna need something in that 3 hour mark, which is the 3 p.m. snack right there. So don't recommend big meals. You'll probably find yourself going, yeah, I eat post-workout. So for my 6 a.m. crew, that's gonna be 7:30, you're gonna have that. You're gonna eat your breakfast around 8. You're gonna eat lunch around 11. Probably something else at 2. Another one at you'll be having your meals throughout the day. So.
And metabolism wise, the more often you're eating and the healthier you're eating, the better.
Yep.
And if you sit down to a huge steak,
it's great.
Even if you're on your calories for the day, it's not as good for your metabolism to keep going, right? So thinking about that as well. Calories in.
But
Sir.
yeah, let's go.
Chris,
Yeah.
the Fit Life, you said you eat the medium size of those because there's 3 sizes.
Yeah.
Small.
Yeah.
So you do the medium.
I've done mediums.
I do large.
It's about 390, 380, 370
Give me that
to
large.
390 calories.
What do they run per meal?
The The largest will hit you at like 12.
Yeah, large is like
$12.
over 10. Medium's like $7 or $8.
And then and if you buy in bulk, it changes again.
A little bit.
Gotta double check.
Discount code.
It's not we have it's a yes. We have cards. We'll be bringing them in at some point so that they can talk to it. Bring whatever nice things they like to bring.
Try to figure out some.
Do you guys have a discount code there?
We don't.
Or do we have a discount for F45 meals? Are they just as good?
We don't know yet.
We don't
That's
know
what I'm
yet.
saying. We're trying.
Well,
We just ordered them. Yeah.
We just ordered them.
But the discount code for Fit Life, stay tuned. Because
Because if you guys are partnering with them.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got
We're gonna get there. We got you. We got you.
Okay.
We got you. All right.
For people who want to get a little bit more intricate into their nutrition, their calories, their macros. So when we talk about there's 4 phases of the challenge. Phase 1 is really like rein it in. Focus on your water. Make sure that you're eating healthy, whole foods. If you kind of look at the nutrition plan, it will show you in the vein of what things you should be eating during the first phase. First phase is 10 days. So we call that spring training. Oh gosh, I
Buckle
miss
up.
baseball so much. For everyone who has missed
Buckle
this season and
Baseball
is
is back. Baseball back.
back.
There's nobody
But
in
we
the
missed spring
stands.
training.
Marlins.
Missed
There's
spring
nobody in the
training.
stands, but it's back.
That's not.
Phase 1, spring training.
So that's when you're really focusing on establishing those good habits, kind of starting to cut out a little bit of the things that you've probably been overindulging on a little bit. Water's going to help so much. The more you cut out all the bad things, please replace that with water. What you doing there?
Just reading up close.
Reading up close?
Yep.
Yeah. If I didn't have my glasses on, this would be like a
Yeah.
cloud right now. Think of that being small right there. Phase 2, regular season, 10 days. So that's where we're going to start talking a little bit more about macros. If you're interested in truly tracking macros, my best suggestion is MyFitnessPal. If you put your goals that we've figured out in here into MyFitnessPal, it will immediately calculate them for you. If you would like, we can come in, we can do them manually for you as well. That's an easier way to track macros because that app does show you calories and macros and what you've tracked for the day. If anyone has done any other things like RP templates, or you're interested in how to track your macros from meal to meal, depending on when you're working out for the day, talk to me about it. There's an app for it. There's templates you can purchase. They're
Just talk
actually
to us.
pretty
Yeah.
amazing. It takes a little bit of the extra calculation out of it as well. Then phase 3, we're talking about micronutrients. These will be reflected in your meal plans. They will also be reflected in all of the learn section. So your resources on the app are going to change depending on what part of the challenge we're in. That I was not ready for. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, thanks. And then phase 4 is, on here it's saying it's World Series. It's 15 days. They also call it the 15-day sprint. So there will be other little mini challenges and things that you can do to help add to your success during the challenge. That is really like your buckle down. These are the last 15 days. Like, let's reel it in. We'll talk about them as the resources come out. We'll be posting about them on the social medias. I'm such an old person.
On the Instagram or on the
Officially
Facebook?
late 30s, y'all.
I love when you say
It's the
that.
worst.
She'll post about
Where
it
are
on
my
the
glasses?
Instagram. I did.
So
That's my favorite.
all 4 of those we'll be talking about them in studio as well. Are there any questions on phases or changing nutrients? Yes.
How do you find those phases?
The phases, we'll just talk about them. So it will be reflected in once we go into the challenge. You'll see that on the app because right now we're technically in maintenance. They'll happen on the app. We'll talk about it and we'll talk about what's changing. We'll have them on. They give us like resources that we can post on social media, so you'll get a little bit of teasers as we're doing so as well. But it's 10 days,
Like
10 days.
On the home section.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like on home right now, it just says new articles, all you need to know about Challenge 28.
Yeah.
When you go to home, that very first thing is like super high level, exactly what we're talking about tonight. During the 15-day sprint or during phase 2, when it's, what's phase 2? Regular season, it's gonna tell you macros 101. Like you're gonna see that all. Just go to the home section of your F45 Challenge app, and that's where you'll find where we are in the challenge.
How do they treat alcohol?
I mean, you're not supposed to. If you fit into your macros, I'm
100%.
Because there's always a,
Wednesday, they're doing
you know,
all phases.
she opens her bottle to fill the glass
Too
strap
much
to
to
her.
say.
It is all phases. Again,
All phases.
I will be the first to say I get it.
what about breakfast?
Yeah.
What about brunch? Is that what you
Calories
said?
don't count on Sundays.
Yeah.
All we can do is encourage.
All I'm gonna say is y'all go for it.
And as Chris said,
Everybody
the
else.
in-body scan does not lie. What you say? There's no calories in vodka. Says Alex.
Well, there is calories in vodka.
British vodka.
British. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Challenge. Are you guys good with nutrition? Obviously, one off. We can talk about any questions you may have. Amber, yes.
I have a one-off question.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, is a Subway sandwich really, truly, like, okay?
Wait, like which one? No, that's actually.
Man,
Here's the
Jared
thing.
is
It depends on what sandwich you choose.
Yeah.
Right.
If you look at and what you're putting on it.
Yeah.
So carbs are not the devil. It depends on how many you have and when you have them.
Okay, so like for lunch, you're getting those heavy bread carbs, wheat bread, obviously, or you mean whole wheat bread? Yeah.
The
So
whole
that's whole wheat is the choice that you would make there. It's not getting the Asiago cheese or the white bread. I don't know why I know that.
And like, are you slathering it with mayonnaise or the chipotle dressing? It's like smart choices. Yeah. So it's all about those. We can talk
Or
about
not getting the cookies that go with the combo meal.
cookies
I
are
mean,
so challenge requirements and any nutrition stuff. Literally, we are here for you guys at any point. Literally at any point. During your in-body scan, they will be starting tomorrow on the schedule moving forward. Those will count for the scan, for the challenge. We are here for any questions. Yeah.
How do you, like, for this?
For the scans.
Looks like you didn't talk about
Yeah, we got you. To be eligible for the challenge prizes, you will need to submit before and after photos. You will also need to do a body scan. And even if you have one already, you will need to do a new one as of tomorrow because we want to go, a lot of you have been crushing it since your last scan. So we need to get you from this point tomorrow, moving forward with the challenge starting August 17th. So,
Do the photos have to be that revealing?
they,
Okay.
no. So
well, no, you have to have a top. You need a top. You do need to have them as far as like how this is shown, like full body, yes. Men, you will be wearing trunks.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be like a full on boxer brief. You do need to be in like a swim trunk. Short. Whatever you want to call it.
Chubby.
Sure. Perfect. Women, you will be in a bikini, a sports bra, like trunks. You do have to show your midsection. And this is truly for, as far as like not having the number be the end all be all, we want to see the before and after photo for that proof.
that does not mean that your photos will be posted on social media.
Absolutely not.
So the photos that have been shared here are from people who have given permission.
Yeah.
These, at the end of the day, are truly for you. We need to see that they're taken on a white wall in the right.
It says no
clothing.
shadowing, bright
Yeah.
light,
So
white wall.
they have now full transparency. They haven't announced whether or not there's going to be global winners for the 45-day challenge. The 8-week challenges they do. This last challenge was the first 45, and it was in the middle of the pandemic, and they were just sending resources to support local studios. So we're still working on that. We will have our own local winners. Truly, the photos are going to be, if you are frustrated with your numbers, are going to be the biggest difference that you're going to notice to keep yourself motivated moving forward. We're taking photos beginning and end, but you can take them as often as
Once a
you would
week.
like.
Take it once a week, once every 2 weeks,
It's
whatever.
the process as you go through.
Yeah. but they are required. Before and after photos are required. And they will be done in studio. So we'll do them here for you guys. The in-body scans start tomorrow. We will do the photos with your scan. So just block off 10, 15 minutes and bring your swim trunks, bring your bikini, bring your sports bra, whatever you need to be in, shorts. They will be done in studio. Cool.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So scans was available on my app, but it wasn't available on his app.
Oh.
It was like blocked out.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know if it's a guy versus girl thing or.
No, it should be. So the scans right now are available. We only did like a day or two. We're gonna keep adding those scans. The thing with your in-body scans, you want them done in the morning before you eat, and you want them like right after you pee. You want it to be like your body is no food, you're emptied your bladder, everything before that scan. So from 6:15 to 6:30, you'll see scans, maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely 7:15 to 7:30, 9:15 to 9:30, 11:45 to 12. Before our classes, we'll have them on the schedule. Right now, they're only open to 1 to 2 people with no wait list. So Katie, you may have signed up for the scan and somebody else may have signed up. There's no wait list option because we only have those 15 minutes to get 2 scans and photos done.
But you'll be doing that from now to 17.
Now until Monday the 17th. So
For anyone who is booking not first thing in the morning,
yeah,
you're gonna have to eat. I'm not gonna tell you to
Right,
like,
don't eat
you know,
until
like you're getting blood
6
work at 2 p.m. You want to try not to eat within like a 2-hour span of that workout. If you are going after work and you make sure that you haven't eaten in 2 hours, but you know that you need to eat something before you work out, make sure that you bring something with you. Do a scan. Something quick that you can toss in before your workout so that you're not dying because you've been waiting all day because you wanted an accurate scan.
Dean goes, so that means I'm
gonna have to wake up at 6 o'clock.
He is not having it. No, just take, like Amanda said, 2 hours before your scan.
No, wake up at 6 in the morning.
Or wake up at 6 in the morning. See you at 6:30 for a class. It'll be great.
I'll show up to your window.
Yeah.
He's gonna drive you there.
Yeah, it'll be great. Guys, here's the exciting part. These are your prizes. And there are more to come. The first place male and the first place female will win $250.
What am I gonna do?
In addition to gift certificates, gift cards, prizes that we are partnering with in Dr. Phillips as community partners. So you have a cash money for your first prize winners, both male and female, and then second prize female, second prize male will also get a prize pack. The bottom are those who have already committed to giving gift certificates and donating to the winners. There will be lots more to come. Ayo.
How do you win?
How do you win? It's body fat, it's how much muscle you gained and how much body fat you've lost. And we will explain it when you see your body scan. You are shooting for a D shape on your body scan. Wherever you are, and this will make sense to all of you once you get your scan, the more muscle you gain, you do need to gain muscle. You can't just lose fat. That's why the in-body scan is so important. You are gaining muscle and losing fat, and the percentage that is the highest as far as muscle gained and fat loss is the winner.
And it's per person, not based on a specific number, because everyone's different.
Correct.
Correct.
Absolutely.
That's why you have to do a scan. It's not just, well, I've lost 40 pounds. Irrelevant as far as compared to somebody else who may have been like fit already to start and they've gained muscle. You know what I mean? So that is why the scan is so
Are we
important.
able to track that D shape
Yes.
as we go? Like,
sure are.
oh, okay, I'm here.
On the in-body scan, you'll put your phone number in. So that's like your code. So each scan you'll get, you'll continue to see your process because you'll put in your phone number and it'll show you your last scan versus your next scan. So your progress.
That's on the app?
No, on our machine. That's on our machine.
$15 per scan.
$15 per scan.
Yes.
Oh, so that's the only way to track it
Correct.
is to scan.
If you take your measurements before and you want to take photos and measurements while you go through, that's how you can do it on your own.
Yeah.
And then if you want
Measurements you can
want to
track,
see
of
that.
course. Photos you can track, measurements you can track. The in-body scan is $15 and we'll do one at the start and one at the finish of the challenge.
I can't just not eat for 45 days.
It's not gonna work.
Yes.
I mean,
Definitely not. We don't want that. How do we get started? Thank you. How do you get started? And you're set. Thank you so much. Oh, I was like, I know. So, sign up on it's literally everything that we've been talking about. You're signing up on the challenge app. You are getting your body scanned. You are taking your before photos. And that's it. You're signing up. You are downloading the app. You are taking your scan and you are taking your photos. And that's how you do it.
So are you only posting the scan times the day before, like?
We just started to add them today.
Okay, so
we're looking.
So I can book like next week.
Week.
We're gonna have them in there, exactly. And we're gonna have 2 people per 15 minutes. So guys, super important too with your scans, we are gonna be taking those photos. And it will be private, nobody will see the photos taken. It will just be 1 or 2 of us trainers with you.
Also, the photos will be on your personal device.
Yes.
We are not keeping them. They'll be for you to submit afterwards. Make sure you have your phone with you and whatever you're going to wear for it.
Yes.
And make sure to keep the photos.
When you book your scan, make sure you have what you're going to wear for your photos. It will be 2 people per 15 minutes. We can break down what the InBody scan, both of you together, if that's okay with you, or totally one-off before or after class. If you want some more time with us to talk about setting up for the challenge, we are here for you.
The last piece is that typically, not in 2020, we always have a post-challenge party to celebrate all the hard work that we've put in over the last 8 weeks, the last 45 days. We're still waiting to make that call. We don't know what the world's going to look like at the end of September. We've been talking about some outdoor options, and then we'll just kind of talk to members and take local advice into account when it comes to that. But that's one of the best parts, is that you put on not gym clothes and you go and you hang out together and celebrate the work we've done, and that's where we'll announce winners and prizes and all of that. So that we're just gonna have to keep you posted, because we're gonna hope for the best and hope that there's better options come 2 months from now.
Something moving forward to the members only group. This is only members that are able to do this challenge. You have to be a member at Dr. Phillips to participate in the challenge. So there's been some Facebook glitches here and there with, I hope all of you are already in the members only group. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to yoga to recover at Groove down the street, post it in the Facebook group. That's what it's there for. Let's all encourage each other. I already posted about being uplifting and positive on that page, but just reiterating that, especially with the challenge, especially those that are competing to win. And we're going to be in the gym 5 to 6 days a week here in the studio working out. If you're going to yoga, post it. Let's go together. Let's eat healthy together. Share your recipes. Share whatever's working. It is members only. So you will be seeing, we'll be talking about it all the time in class. If you have anything, just bring it up to us.
Challenge questions also, if you have questions, you can ask us in the studio, and if you think that it's something that may be a question for everybody else, you can post it in the group as well.
For sure. That's what that members only group is there for. Yeah.
Any questions?
So the winners are just specific just to this location.
They're specific to this location. If HQ announces that they are doing global winners, we would then submit our winners to global, and then they would do winners.
And there's additional prizes globally.
Information that was submitted in the app, is it private, or do you guys view it?
I can't, no, that's all of that information is for you. It's a way to stay motivated and keep yourself on track throughout the challenge.
Yeah, the app is just for you. That's a tool for you guys.
And also the app, you can use that outside of challenges. If you decide you don't want to do the app, or you don't want to do the challenge, you can still use the app for your workouts. You can look for recipes. You can help, hold yourself accountable throughout the day for whatever you want. In between challenges, it changes to maintenance phase. There'll still be meal plans and shopping lists and all of that on there. It'll just reflect a maintenance phase, calorie-wise, than
kind of like we were saying on the home. It will say if it's between a challenge, it would just be maintenance, encouraging you to stay healthy. On phase 4, it will be 15-day sprint. This is the recipes you want to follow. This is how you finish strong. Blah blah blah. Use that home tab on the bottom of the app for any of them. Cool. Good.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Well,
heck yeah.
cheers to the next
Cheers.
Cheers.
How many days do we have? 12 days. 12 days. Cheers. Cheers.
So should we just build our body up for 10 days to make it better?
Yeah, should I
Would it-
gain weight right now?
What should be the first person?
I'm
There's like a
I mean-
I'm being serious.